Hey guys, Krystal here. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to go ahead and do a plan with me. I am not using my ring bound planner right now. I will admit that I find that that one is just so sleek and professional, but the rings do bother me. And it also does bother me that I can't just open it like a book and just, or just do this. And also I kind of found that I was a little bit limited in the amount of space that I had. Who knows, I might go back to that planner. I am the type of person to go back and forth from different kinds of planners, so you never know, I might end up there again. I might not. So we're gonna go ahead and do this planner here. This one here is from Target. As you can see, everything's right here so that you can go ahead and screenshot it. The cover is actually this cover right here, but I didn't like it, so I ended up taking apart the system and putting in this pocket here as a temporary cover. I have a bunch of different planners. Honestly, you guys saw my bookshelf in another planner video, and I'm probably just gonna dissect it and put it in here. If you guys are wondering how I did that, I do have a old video of a plan with me on how to customize like a Target or Walmart planner. You just take these apart, take the stuff out, put it back in, and put it back together. So that's what I ended up doing to get this cover. But again, originally this is a pocket from a different planner, and this is the cover here. So I went ahead and I put little sticky notes in my planner because I did want to kind of get things adjusted. I plan every night for the next day, so I'm more like of a daily planner, but I did want to go ahead and like kind of see where my week was going. Again, normally this would be filled out, but I wanted to wait until today, which is Monday, to go ahead and film this and kind of show you guys my planning process. But sticky notes are good for me so that I can go ahead and move things around. Like for example, I was gonna go to Whole Foods today, but I need to change it till tomorrow. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and kind of do a plan with me for today. Also been requested by so many people to go ahead and do another plan with me video. A lot of people are interested in how I plan and how I stay organized, so this is for you. So I do have this little ruler here, which again is from another planner. Just save everything that you have because you never know when you're going to be able to use it again. This one is from Day Designer. It's like the daily one that I got from like, what, 2 years ago? And it fits in here because the binding is basically the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Normally when I plan, I like to do this, which is why I liked this planner so much. Now I'm gonna show you guys basically like what it is that I have in here. So first things first, I do all of the appointments and important things and on top with little asterisks, and then I highlight them. I also made this out of the note page from my old planner that you guys saw in another video. And what I did was I went over the lines with a brown flare pen, and that way I can go ahead and see the lines through and I can write straight, because that's one of the things that I hated about planners that don't have lines, is that I tend to write crooked, and one of my goals is to improve my handwriting. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. And also sometimes whenever you see lines in a journal or in a planner, they're a little bit too harsh. With my monthly, I'm going to show you how I set it up, but basically I will just do birthdays, kind of a little bit of holidays, but everything else is just like a memory. But I do use this monthly page as a reference, so I can see basically everything without having to rewrite it every single time, or if I need to rewrite it, then I will. Like paint my nails on Saturdays, therapies, clean my makeup brushes, and then over here are just like things that don't really fall into a particular day, like check my mail when I'm in town, film, edit, schedule videos on the same day. That way I can kind of be consistent. Also, I don't know if you noticed, this is a new setup because I moved houses, which is why I've been a little bit behind, or a lot behind, let's be real. First Friday of every month is Principal Coffee, and then Monday through Friday 5 a.m. workout. I also have my goals in here, which is something that I never really set up. I never do this, and I feel like me not doing this kind of contributed with me switching planners all the time because I never really made it a home for my planning. So that being said, now that you kind of saw what's going on, I really need to plan for today. So I'm just going to take this off and move it, and I do write slanted, so I'm sorry if that kind of bothers anybody. So what I tend to do, honestly, whenever I do day plan, because again, normally I plan by day, is I go to my iPhone and I look up iCal. This is where I put all of my appointments, anything that's important that I need to do. So for Monday, I don't really have anything at all, so there won't be anything highlighted here, but I'm going to go ahead and write my to-do list. Okay, now that I have that down, and in case you guys are wondering where I got this pen, it's from Target. I also got this little highlighter here. It's kind of like, it's labeled as a highlighter, but it has a brush tip and a fine nib. And this is what I've been using. I did buy a few, but I ended up giving them away, different colors, and I high-key regret it. My normal go-to are mild liners, but I honestly just love how it's like a brush tip, and I like how it's slim compared to this. But they're both basically the same. The only difference is that this is a chiseled nib and the other side is a fine nib. But they do have mild liners that have a brush tip. It's just completely up to you and what your preference is. But what I've been doing is just highlighting the go-to. And today is the 100th day of school. So keeping this lined paper here really does help me. And all I did was just rip it out, and then I just kind of like, you know, just put it back in like this, and then it's able to just stay with me. Eventually I might end up having to like go in and make another one. I was actually thinking about maybe laminating it or something like that, but I would need to get a puncher that is able to do something like this, because there are some that are far apart and these are like pretty close together. So that is basically all that I do for my dailies. Now normally what I tend to do with something that has more than one task with it, i.e. like laundry or something, you'll see me do it a lot through over here, like laundry is right here. It's for folding, no, it's for washing, folding, and then organizing. So that is what I'll do instead of just like writing it down and saving me space. So for this weekly plan with me, I'm filming it currently, and then this would be for editing and uploading. So again, I do plan on a daily basis. I don't tend to write anything ahead of time. Normally sometimes like I'll do something like this and maybe like do that, but honestly things fall through all the time, so I just prefer to do it day by day. And this might be helpful for me. It might get in my way. Maybe I'll do like a big sticky note. I'm not too sure. This is actually the first time I've ever done this, and that's because I was going to wait to plan with me and I had a whole entire list of things that I needed to do, and I just wanted to kind of see where how my week was looking, so I did it in the sticky note form. As far as stickers go, I don't really utilize them. I mean, I did kind of like play around with them every now and then, but I kind of feel like it just bothers me sometimes, so that's why I don't use them anymore in my weeklies, but I do like to put them in my monthlies. So instead of making a monthly separate, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you any kind of little things that I want to do. So since I don't decorate in my weekly, I want to go ahead and kind of do a little something on my monthly. These are the stickers that I decided to go ahead and use. And for February, I'm going to change my highlighter to pink. Obvious reasons. And I wanted to go ahead and kind of like incorporate some things. So there are a few holidays in here, but of course, Valentine's Day would be the main thing that's going on. So I'm gonna highlight Valentine's Day, and I'm also gonna put a little heart on it. And these stickers, in case you guys are wondering, I believe I got them off of Amazon in a pack. So the next thing I would do are like birthdays and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't really care about doing that. Like I said before, I like to leave them as for a kind of like event or something. Like I did my birthday, I put like little notes here, you know, the 100th day of school, something like that. I don't have the school calendar yet for February, but we should be getting it pretty soon. I do know that this day is the principal's coffee. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I don't know if I wanted to use one of these, because I have like a little cute coffee cup. I also have other things. I also do know that on the 25th of February is the school field trip to the zoo. So let's write that down too. It's gonna be a school-wide kind of function, so I need to make sure that I am off. And also I'm gonna ask my husband if he would like to go, because when it's a school-wide thing, I have Zach and Gio, and it can be a little overwhelming, to say the least. So I'm going to be doing that. To see if there's anything else in February that I need to go ahead and remember. I do have, like I said, I do have appointments, but I don't write them in here. This is more like a kind of memorabilia type of thing. So while I did put school field trip, it is also like a memorable kind of thing. I don't put any appointments in here at all. But right here, it is a school holiday. So let's go ahead and write that. And that might not normally be something that I write, but I want to go ahead and write that in here just so that I can write down any memorabilia again, so that, you know, can spend some time with my boys and stuff. So that's normally what I do, and I'll add some stickers in a bit. But that is really it. I don't do too much. I do want to kind of do a little bit of decorative stickers, because I don't know, like I kind of feel like it's a little bit boring, so I want to do a little bit of decorative stickers, but not too much. I'm gonna do the little birdie. Oops, like right here. This is a pretty sticker. Again, I got these off of Amazon. They're in a pack. If you guys are interested in them, I will try my best to link it down below. Does that look weird? It kind of looks a little weird. I'm kind of OCD, but you guys already know that. You guys already know that I'm OCD if you've been here for a long time. If not, hi, my name is Krystal. I am OCD. So I like that. And I don't want to overwhelm the page, but yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then this sticker will go in the pocket so that I can go ahead and incorporate it as much as I possibly want to. Honestly, guys, I believe that's pretty much it. I'm very minimal when it comes to my planning setup. I don't really do too much to it, but this is what it looks like. Normally, like I said, these sticky notes wouldn't be there, so just kind of keep that in mind, and I kind of like plan as I go. I wanted a planner. Sometimes I do think that I want like a planner that has like a little section for this week, and then I can just put all of this in that little section. I could do it right here, but I have been saving this part right here for my gratitudes. Anything that possibly makes me happy or that I'm thankful for, I will write it down, no matter how small or how big it is. I will go ahead and write it down there. And yeah, so sometimes I do think that I want to go ahead and incorporate a this week section, but I could always just add a sticky note. I find that I do end up using the majority of the space, and whenever I don't, it's okay. I don't feel like too obligated to go ahead and do so. These are weeks that passed and I didn't use it, so I ended up just kind of like utilizing it for notes, and you guys know that that's what I tend to do. And this planner did come with previous months so that you can go ahead and incorporate them, you know, back plan if you need to. It comes with contacts. It also comes with important dates and your overall goals. And I'll make a video on this in the future. But that's pretty much it for my planning. It's super minimalist, it's super simple. I hope this kind of answered any questions that you guys have. And of course, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. If there's anything that you want to see, let me know and I can do that in a future video. And I can also answer your questions in a future plan with me. So that's how I do my weekly. This is how I do my monthly. Super simple. And again, as the days go by, I will just go ahead and write something that happened. And yeah, I don't normally utilize it, but I don't utilize it for my appointments, because like I said, I do all of my appointments on my phone. The reason for that being is I don't always take my planner with me. There are times where I'm in a crunch and I can't take my planner with me, so I always have my phone and I sync it on there and it shows me on my watch. It's just a lot simpler for me to do. And then on the weekly, I will write it down so I know. But that's pretty much it, guys. I recommend, getting a planner that has note pages in the back for different reasons. You can go ahead and do collections back here. You can do tracking back here, or you can just simply write your notes back here, which is what I've done, but it's a little bit personal. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Any recommendations or suggestions, let me know there too, and I can go ahead and get started for you. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.